What's happening, guys? So it's story time with Dave. Not really. It's because I just did this a second ago, and then I went on a bit of a tangent. It was almost like I was just on the phone to somebody, and that's what I do, unfortunately. So I thought I'm going to start this again, not bore you to death, and then snip it through this thing I was explaining. So long story short, I went to the Derby store and I went to sell the rest of my crap. I pulled off a couple of bits and pieces from my shelves, and I know that there's a couple of more bits and pieces that I've still got to take, but I want to play them first and like properly make sure that I don't want them anymore. And there's a box in the corner of my room that had quite a few bits and pieces in it. I took last time, but then this time I took everything, including a box 3DS, which is what I was talking about. And the basic of it is he offered me £100 cash for all of this stuff, and I was like, oh, okay, just out of interest, how much was the 3DS, because I was expecting a bit more. And he says, oh yeah, basically, and this was the manager of the store, and he says, oh yes, Nintendo have actually stopped support of the console, so I could only offer you £33 for it. It's like I get that they stopped support, but in this day and age, with retro collectors and everything else, like, it's a fucking retro store selling physical media. Thought, realistically speaking, people, like, I'm not speaking for everybody, I know that I'm not, but like, I can't really accept that sort of thing. I didn't say any of this to him, and I thought to myself when I got home, like, you've got a boxed PSP that's not, it wasn't even in perfect condition or anything. It wasn't like, I was like, wow, that's like pristine or anything. It was like probably at least a strong 7, but like maybe an 8 out of 10, like the box was. And I know that the PSP inside isn't immaculate either, but it's selling that for £110, just the console with the charger. And I was like, I don't understand why you're trying to give me a third of the price for a newer console that they do have in the cabinet, and they're selling them for like £150. 3DS, 2DS, 3DS XL, it's all there. And they're unboxed ones as well, some of them are unboxed. So I was like, okay, I kept it in the end. I thought I'd rather keep it, even if it's for 10 years doing nothing. I've got a 3DS XL, that's what I want. I upgraded. I thought, yeah, I'll sell it. I'd rather swap with somebody, to be fair. If somebody wants a 3DS, box 3DS in really good condition, and says, oh, I've got some Super Nintendo games, or I've got this, or I've got that, or a Super Nintendo game I want, like Batman Returns, I really want this game. This is on the cart. Thank you very much, Clint. I've been playing this game, and it's fucking wicked. I've never played it before. I've got the Master System version, and I've got the Mega Drive version. And this game is wicked on the Super Nintendo. I also played Demon's Crest, by the way. If anybody's not played that game, I suggest that you download it, whatever. But I was really surprised. I've never seen more than like 5 seconds of footage of the game, and I was really surprised about how good it is. It's actually a really good game. Death and Return of Superman's pretty shit, but yeah, I really like this game. So for this game alone, this cart is worth it for me. But yeah, anyway, so I did get some stuff, but I was really disappointed. There was basically nothing in there, even though that I did walk out with some things. But as soon as I got in there, I went straight to the Super Nintendo cabinet. I was like, right, okay, there's nothing there. Okay, I went to the Mega Drive cabinet, there's nothing there. And I was like, I was a bit gutted. So anyway, I'll show you what I've got. Stop fucking talking. Where's my stuff? Right, okay, so and I took the cash, by the way. I gave him all like my guff PS2 games, PS1 games, a few Mega Drive games I had left over that like a bit crap, like I think like Super Monaco 2, some Ayrton Senna, some shit like that. I don't know. Doom. So Ben, this is the reason why I said no, that I didn't want Doom, because I'd already bought it. So this cost me £15. Ben texted me, my mate Ben, and was like, oh, this is in CEX, it looks really, really good. Do you want it? I was like, no. I'd already bought it. I didn't want to tell him, because I don't like to tell him everything that's in my video. I want to leave him hanging a little bit. So it's in really good condition. It's a solid 8 out of 10, maybe even a 9. £15, and The booklet's really good condition. The disc is like immaculate, all that sort of shit. This game, Fat Princess, I love the title, man. This cost me £6. It got no manual, sadly, and I was like, what? When he said, but then I was like, oh, it's £6, man. Like, come on. It looked really good, and I kind of couldn't leave it behind. It's like a free for all. I don't know what. I kept on thinking of a game what it reminded me of, and I can't remember now. But it's very cutesy. But when I watched a very quick bit of footage on YouTube, I was like, yeah, that looks really cool. And I'm actually charging my PSP right now, so you might find some footage right here. If not, then it's just a gap. So it depends how arsed I can be to like film it and put the footage in and all that kind of crap. So there we go. So we've got that, and I believe it was Geordie that bought this a while ago. Geordie/Gaming, Kai.Lineage. He put some footage up. I'm pretty sure that he did, and I was like, oh, that was really cool actually. And when I put it on my CEX list, it actually increased the week after that I put it on my list. I didn't buy it straight away because I had loads of stuff on there at the time, and I was like, oh, I was like, oh, I'll come back to it at some point. And this was £18. Now I know that it's cheaper online, and I know that now because for once in my life I didn't stand there and go, oh, how much is this online compared to the shop? But it is really good condition. So, and I know it's only a PS2 game, it's not like it's a bloody Super Nintendo game or anything, but I mean, you even find now that like some of the boxes are like battered, and because they're like scratched, it's scratched the cover underneath, or the manual's missing, or the manual's mangled, or just anything, you know, discoloured on the side, whatever. It's really good condition. I bought it for £18. All of this was with a voucher there anyway, so whatever. What else have we got? So we'll do non-gaming related. 2 books I got. I was licking my wounds when I left because I was like, oh, like I didn't go with anything really decent, so I went to Waterstones and I bought a book called Deserter. And the blurb says, a vengeful family hides an army deserter for 8 years after the end of World War II, cocooning him in a false reality where the war never ended. And as you can see, I'm sure it goes really fucking well. This is like a manga style book. I bought stuff by this guy before while I've been doing YouTube, and he's a wicked artist, and his story's really good as well. So I'm quite excited to read that. I've got loads of his books, and a book called Censor, or Censor, by Junji Ito, by the way, Junji Ito. So very gory, very bad taste, all that sort of stuff, and it's all black and white. There are some exceptions, like some panels that may be in colour, but generally speaking 99% of it's in black and white. And these 2 books cost me about £25, but you do actually get a points card with Waterstones, which is what I really like, and that's why I prefer to shop in store if I can, but quite often I do think, I'll buy that online and it's about £2 or £3 cheaper. But with these I just, oh fuck it, I just get it now. I just can't be arsed. I did get this yesterday. Today's Thursday, Jubilee weekend. Don't know when we're going to post this video, probably this weekend at some point. I got this yesterday in the post, and this is because of Eddie. Thank you very much, Eddie. Eddie, Geordie and James, Retro and Import Gamer, very often will talk about a game or games that I'm like, oh yeah, that looks well cool, that looks really good, and it helps if it's a console that I actually already own, but I absolutely love finding a new game that I don't have, somebody else has recommended. I mean, with Geordie, I bought this game, Cold Fear. He recommended that a long time ago, a horror style game, and it's mainly because he was talking about, and Geordie, I don't know if you remember, you're talking about when you're on a ship and you're aiming, and because it's the ship swaying, you sway as well. I was like, yeah, that looks well cool. So I bought it before it went up in price, because you said it would, and it actually did. So, Geordie, mate, thank you. Eddie, thank you. And James, thank you. So, Ganryu II, PS4. It's like cross between kind of like Ninja Gaiden, Shinobi type games. It looks really, really cool. So yes, sealed, got that yesterday. I've been playing a game called Flipping Death, what James had recommended, and it's actually really cool. It's it kind of, it's not what I expected. It isn't, but it is like graphically, it's very, very pleasing, and it's actually quite funny, to be fair. James, I don't know if you've played it yet, but it's actually it's really, really good game. Because I do actually play my games, not all of them. I'm trying my hardest. Like I say, I've been playing my SNES and my Mega Drive multi-carts, what Clint sent me, to catch up on games that I've wanted for so long and all that sort of stuff. But I am actually trying to thin off my collection just a little tiny bit, so then I know that for a fact that when I look at my shelves, I'm like, yeah, I like all of that. What else we got? We've got, I can't wait to show that. Today I did a swap and sale with my mate Ben. I gave him a boxed version of 1080 on the N64 and £15, and he gave me Sonic Chaos for the Master System. He swapped out the box and everything, man. I was well happy. Got a Sega sticker, always like a little Sega sticker. Got no manual, sadly, but I already knew that anyway. And the what's it? The cover's not in the best condition, but I don't have this game, and I was like, yeah, don't sell it, I want it. So I had that, and what I really wanted off him, again because of Eddie, and it just so happened that around the time that he bought this, is an arcade stick. And I say an arcade stick, it's a fighting stick, whatever you want to say, for the Mega Drive. I always wanted one as a kid, always wanted a fighting stick, and now I have it. It might be a bag of shit, but it's something that I didn't have that I do have, that was accessible, and I'm happy. And you might say, oh, I can get a mint version for fucking £5 Mega Stick. Well, you know, if I like you, then okay, great. If I don't like you, you can stick it up your arse, basically. What else we got? We have got something wicked, wicked, wicked. So my mum, so obviously you saw, for those of you who saw my blanket video, thank you very much, Mum. She bought me this present. She was really excited as well, bless her. And I used to have these years ago. If you can't see it properly, I'm going to put a photo next to me. But these are miniature, I say miniature, they're not shot glasses or anything, but they're small glasses for children of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from 1990. And I had all of these, and when I was about 24, 25, they were in a cupboard, and my wife or I can't remember who, opened the cupboard, and they just all dropped out and smashed, apart from one. And I believe it was Leonardo that survived. And my mum has still got the glass, but after washing and washing and washing, he's come off. It's literally just a glass now. So I now have all four of them again. And I don't know how much she paid for them. She didn't tell me. I didn't ask. Obviously, it's not fair. But I did say, like, when she was like, "Oh, I've been sniping on eBay for ages." The person sent them really well packaged, really, really happy. Like, all, you know, as you would expect somebody to wrap something on eBay. And honestly, I'm so happy. And I kind of daren't use them. I mean, I might be like fine china. You know, when guests come round, I might get them out. I don't know. But yes, I'm so happy with those. I'm so happy. The next thing, equally, I mean, she came at me with those, and then my little boy gave me these. There's a tabletop sale, and it was when I was at work. So he and my wife went to this tabletop sale. I've got a bag right here, and he was so excited to show me. So he showed me. He was like, "Oh, Dad, look." And believe it or not, that's what I used to look like. My hair, my hair was plentiful, I tell you that. Dennis the Menace from 1998, a little keyring head. A Bash Street Kids yearbook. I don't actually know what year this is from, but it looks I say old, it looks like it's from the early 90s, 1994, because he knows I like the Beano. Now, in here as well, he then whipped out this, and again, I'll put photos here, but he whipped out these, and I was like, oh my god, and he says, oh, something I know for a fact that you're going to want is these, again, photos of it, I'll put photos, whatever, and I can't remember whether these are from Burger King or McDonald's or something like that, but on the bottom they say Sega 1993 for both of them, and this is the Sonic that pops out. Whoa! So I couldn't believe it. I absolutely couldn't believe it. I was so happy, so happy. And again, like, I mean, he's got the full set of some of these as well, like the milkshake and the quarter pounder and the fries and everything. And he told me, he was like, oh yeah, Dad, oh, and this, the cars that split, which I used to have, they cost him 5p each, 5p. So he bought a whole bag of stuff, and it cost him £3.75 for loads of stuff. He's kept some stuff, he's given me the majority of it, which is all these McDonald's things. Couldn't believe it, absolutely couldn't believe it. So he kept on saying, asking me as well, are you going to do a video, He's like, yeah, I'm going to do a video, don't you worry. So yeah, I thought there was something else, I can't remember. Don't think there is. After I've recorded, I'll be like, oh, fucking hell. That was the thing that I was going to show. But yeah, so honestly, I'm really happy with like everything that I've got this week. Really happy with it all. And yeah, that's about it really. So I'll hopefully put in some footage of a couple of bits and pieces. But if you've got to this point, there isn't anything, then obviously there ain't gonna be anything else. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a nice day, night, weekend, whatever, when I post this, I don't know. So yeah, see you later.